gespielt hat, der am Ende dann auch zum ersten Mal bei der Weltmeisterschaft am Start war im legendären Alexandra Palace. Herzlich willkommen hier in Saarbrücken, Steve Lennon. Steve Lennon tritt an gegen einen ehemaligen Top-10-Spieler. Der UK Open Champion von 2012, der World Grand Prix Sieger von 2015. Aus Schottland, the Thorn, Robert Thornton. Ladies and gentlemen, the voice is in the house. Herzlich willkommen, Ross Bray.
Well, Ross Bray on stage for the first time this evening, but more importantly, so is the all-time great Robert Thornton, the three-time major champion, taking on Steve Lennon, a man who I believe has the potential to do all kinds of things in this game. And what a week this has been for darters from the Emerald Isle. Northern Ireland's Mickey Mansell won a Pro Tour, so he did. Darrell Gurney is now unbeaten in 6 in the Premier League, the Grand Prix champion. Can the man from the Republic of Ireland, Carlo, is where he's from, Steve Lennon, book his place in the second round of the German Darts Open to face another in-form man, Michael Smith. Not the only Irish representative here this weekend in Saarbrücken, the Magpie, Willie O'Connor. He's on the way in a couple of games' time against Dimitri van den Berg, the young Belgian. But it's myself, Dan Dawson, and Mike Lawrence in the commentary box as the Thorn takes on Steve Lennon.
First leg, Steve to throw first. Game on!
Yes, Lennon wearing the green of the Emerald Isle. See if he can match the exploits.
1 round 40.
Of those other players you mentioned from Ireland this week. But he's up against multiple winner
40.
Robert Thornton. A world of experience between his shoulders.
Well, if these two get going, they are both big 180 hitters. As it is, they're matching each other dart for dart at the minute, ton 40 ton.
Well, that last game certainly warmed everybody up. Great performance by Luke Humphreys against Ronnie Hybrex.
Yeah, performance of the day so far, 104 average almost. And cool hand Luke.
140. Stevie record 161.
Another youth versus experience clash. Kind of roles reverse this one though. You've got Luke Humphreys, who's quite sort of enthusiastic and bouncy on stage against a more demure Ronnie Hybrex. It's the other way around in this one. The older man who's more demonstrative on stage.
A chance then to get his first leg on the board.
Game shown the first leg.
And no messing. First start at it. For a 1-0 lead for the man who made his World Championship debut at Ali Pali at the start of the year.
Yeah, went out early, but he did put up a fight, Steve Lennon. It was it looked like he was going to get ironed out in that first round encounter at Alexandra Palace. He was playing Michael Smith, but he took him to a deciding set in the end. And had he made a little bit stronger start, could have been a very different story. Michael Smith, of course, went out in the next round to the eventual champion Rob Cross, missing 2 darts to beat him. It's now 3 games in big stages that Michael Smith has been narrowly beaten by Rob Cross, twice in the Premier League this season and once at the World Championship. I'm sure Michael Smith is getting frustrated by that. But do not rule out those two meeting again in the playoffs in the Premier League, because they're both excellently placed to make the top 4 by the end of the season.
It's also a fairly disappointing World Championship by Robert Thornton standards. Being knocked out by Mensur Asulovic in the second round there.
81.
Yeah, Robert didn't really go into the World Championship in any kind of form. It's been up and down for him these last few months, but Chris Murphy alluded to in the last game, a couple of last 16 runs at the weekend in Barnsley, beating Gary Anderson in one of them, only losing to Mickey Mansell, the Northern Irishman.
Thornton here down to a finish first, but Lennon is on his coattails, and it won't happen now. The shake of the head. Somebody who certainly shows his emotion, what he thinks of his darts, Robert Thornton. Double 16 then for a 2-0 lead and a break and throw for the young Irishman.
Steve Lennon. Third leg, Steve to throw first. Game on.
So Thornton with already a little bit to think about, but a long way to go, of course.
Thornton.
Drawing on all those years of experience that took him to that UK Open win in 2012, the World Grand Prix victory in 2015. Premier League competitor, of course, in the past as well.
Yeah, and of course, a World Masters win prior to his switch to the PDC. First 180 of this one. I give you my word, it will not be the last. But we're not going to see a second one here, unless it's a hilarious one. That's the way to do it. If you're going to break throw, consolidate it next leg. Be on 41 after 9. Preferably with the opponent back near 300.
One score.
He will be back.
Now the Icelandic chants. No Icelandic representatives here. We've only got one spot for the Nordic and Baltic qualifiers. That was taken by a Swede, Daniel Larsson. We will see him again this weekend, but not tomorrow. Did he bust it?
30.
In that situation, there's an argument to say bust it.
Yeah.
Because, all right, you're losing a dart at double, but you know when you come back, you're going to get 3 darts at double as long as, if you're missing inside on the right segment. And Thornton not on a finish 60. At that point. Is now, so he could split it here anyway, but we shall see. Straight at it.
Game shown the third
and the decision was vindicated in the end. 3-0 to Steve Lennon. And the all-time great Robert Thornton is in a pickle.
Yes, looking very assured is Lennon right now.
60.
Beating former BDO world champion Mark Webster in the UK qualifier to get here, Lennon. But yes, you mentioned Daniel Larsson, the Nordic and Baltic qualifier. He beat Jan Dekker this afternoon. And now had a bye to round 3 because his second round opponent, Simon Whitlock, has withdrawn due to illness. So a day off for Larsson to prepare for his third round match.
And Steve Lennon has qualified for so many. He's qualified for 5 of the first 6 of these Euro Tours. He made the second round of the German Darts Grand Prix, the first one of the year in Leverkusen. And, sorry, the second one that was, in Munich. He's obviously here, he's in Austria next week, he's going to be in Sindelfingen and Zwolle. So he knows, even if he's going out first round of all of those, he's got 6 grand in the bank. And he's looking very, very good here to make it 7 grand and counting. And that's doing wonders for his chances of qualifying for the European Championship, which is something that he missed out on last year.
97, Robert, you require 133.
So big chance then for Thornton to get a leg on the board, and it won't happen again. Lennon back for 102 for a 4-0 lead.
Oh my. Double 16.
86.
Well,
Robert, you require
it would
40.
have denied the Thorn his first darts at double.
20.
Oh, we even gave it the slow zoom because Robert Thornton on double top. You give him 3 darts, you expect him to hit it, and he's given his typical Thorn running commentary on it. And I think that the basic gist of that, in some Scottish vernacular, was that was not very good. Grab.
To throw first. Game on.
Well, 4-0. The man from Carlow in the Republic of Ireland. Setting out on his darting career. Against the man who has seen it all, multiple winner. But not at the races so far tonight as Lennon bangs in his 7th 140 of the match.
Now, I gave you my word that you get another 180 in this game, but at this rate, Steve Lennon might just 140 Robert Thornton into submission. Because we are running out of time here for more maximums of the way this match is going. Because Lennon's level is not dropping from the high 90s average, and the Thorn not at the races. Oh yeah, treble 20 then. Leaves double 18.
85.
Would have been a 12 darter.
He will be back for that double 18.
98. Steve, you require 36.
And we'll have a bit of time if he needs it, because Thornton's still not on a finish. Decent marker. Very good marker. So 5-0. Could we see our first whitewash of this opening day of the German Darts Open here in Saarbrücken?
140.
Well, you see that first 9 average is where Steve Lennon is just battering the Thorn. All those 140s, just the 180. But that basically means after 3 visits to the board, Steve Lennon is pretty much down to a finish, and the Thorn is languishing in the 200s.
121.
Has beaten Robert Thornton before, beat him just over a year ago in Barnsley on the Pro Tour. But since then, the 2 meetings that they've had have both been won convincingly by Robert Thornton, 6-2. That 1 win that Steve Lennon has was a last leg decider. So this is a big display for the Irishman, if he can close out a convincing victory. 18 hit there.
68.
Well, had to go for it.
167.
A little shuffle across for Yoki. There's a nice open bullseye. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh my! Steve Lennon seals the whitewash with a 167, and the Thorn has been smashed all over the board by the young Irishman. Steve Lennon powers through to round 2 and will face Michael Smith. It's an average in the mid-90s, far too much for the Thorn on the night, and the Ayrshire collapses to defeat and crashes out the German Darts Open without a leg to his name.
Impressive.
Yeah, well, I was afraid in case he made a comeback, so it was nice to get the win like this.
In my opinion, you're getting stronger and stronger. You're kind of a player who's very silent, and but you're playing very well.
Yeah, I used to be nervous coming to these. I'm a little bit more relaxed now, but like it was harder to play that game because Robert wasn't playing his best against me, so it made me relax even more. Like, but I was going to have that much luck.
The bully boy is waiting tomorrow. He is on fire right now.
Yeah, he's playing well. He's doing really well in the Premier League. So that'll be a good game.
So, with the German crowd, possible to beat him?
Hopefully.
Thank you very much, Steve. Steve Lennon, ein ganz zurückhaltender und bescheidener Kerl, der hier ein tolles Match spielt, der morgen auf den Bully Boy trifft und er sagt, ich weiß, der Kerl